Pisces, they never feared your kindness, they feared your knowing, because while the world slept, your soul remembered. For 2,000 years your dreams have whispered truths no one dared to speak. You've seen glimpses of futures before they happened. You've felt the weight of sadness you couldn't explain. You've carried visions the world called fantasy, but they were warnings. In 1225, beneath the marble stones of the Vatican, a scroll was hidden away, sealed in silence. It didn't speak of kings, it didn't speak of war, it spoke of you. A soul born under the sign of Pisces, the last sign, the sign of endings and rebirth. The scroll called you the dreamer of the end, a spirit who would return in the year 2025. When the world begins to crack and the veil begins to lift. You were never supposed to see it, but you are seeing it now. Why do you think your dreams feel different lately? Why are the symbols repeating? The numbers, the visions, the feelings that something is coming, even if you can't explain it. Pisces, you've always walked between worlds, half in the present, half in the unseen, and now the time has come to remember why. You are not a mistake, you are not lost, you are the code, the one they couldn't erase, the one whose soul still carries the sacred frequency of the dream, the one the church tried to bury, because they knew, if you remembered who you are, the illusion would collapse. The prophecy wasn't fiction, it was a countdown, and that countdown ends now. So listen closely, because what you're about to hear was never meant to be spoken aloud again until now. In the 13th century, deep within the inner chambers of Rome, a secret order known only in whispers as the Watchers of the Dream uncovered something terrifying and divine. They had received visions, not from angels, not from stars, but from a dream so ancient it echoed through time, a prophecy, one that foretold the return of a soul unlike any the world had seen, a soul born under the sign of Pisces, the dreamer, the empath, the one who could see beyond illusion and awaken others from the great sleep. The Watchers warned the church, this soul will rise, and when they do, power structures will fall. The church responded not with faith, but with fear. They named this Pisces soul the dreamer of the end, not because they would bring chaos, but because they would end the false world built on silence and control. So they acted. They sealed the prophecy in a stone chamber beneath the Basilica of St. Calixtus, hidden beneath layers of prayer, ash, and secrecy. The scroll was written in a forgotten language, etched in code, protected by dreams. Only a Pisces soul could ever unlock its message, and for 800 years it slept. Until now, something is waking in the collective dream, something only you, the dreamer, can fully decode. Pisces, the scroll is no longer hidden, and the time for remembering has begun. Pisces, the last sign of the zodiac, the Omega, not the end of destruction, but of awakening. You were born where the cycle dissolves, where illusion dies and truth begins. In ancient times, your energy was seen as sacred. You were the bridge between worlds, a soul who could see beyond the veil, speak through dreams, and feel what others refused to face. But to those in power, to empires built on control and dogma, you were dangerous, because Pisces souls could not be programmed. They carried truths that couldn't be tamed. You were gifted with spiritual sight, the ability to read between reality's cracks, psychic dreaming, waking visions that exposed what was hidden, rebellion without violence. Your presence alone threatened false order, so they did what all systems do when they meet a mirror. They broke it. Pisces souls were labelled heretics, branded with symbols, silenced through fire, buried beneath fear and forgotten history. You were made to believe that your softness was weakness, that your intuition was madness, that your dreams were lies, but they feared your dreams for one reason. They couldn't control them. You were born with a code they couldn't crack. a connection they couldn't sever, a knowing they couldn't drown, even in fire. And now, in this lifetime. Pisces, you are waking up again, and the world is feeling it. Pisces, have you ever had a dream so vivid it haunted you for days? A flash of something strange, surreal, yet somehow true. And then days, weeks, or even months later, it happened? Almost like your soul was given a sneak peek, a preview of what the world didn't know yet. That's not coincidence. And it's not your imagination running wild, it's the dream code waking back up inside you. This code is ancient, it lives in your spiritual DNA, passed down not through blood, but through lifetimes. Pisces is the only sign gifted with the full access pass to this dream field, where time is fluid, visions are messages, and the soul speaks in symbols, not words. If you've been dreaming of floods, doors, stars, falling cities, or glowing eyes, these are not random. They are memories from the before, from past lives, from the sacred field of dream prophecy. And right now, in 2025, something massive is shifting. The dream code is no longer just whispering, it's calling. You may have noticed, you keep seeing the same numbers. 222, 111, 333. You're waking up between 3 and 5 a.m. for no reason. You feel waves of emotion that don't belong to you. You know something is coming, even if no one else sees it. You're not crazy. You're not broken. You're waking up. Pisces souls around the world are rising together, without even realizing it. And it's no accident. This has been timed for centuries. You are part of a soul wave, sent here to rewrite the ending of the old story. And here's the truth they never wanted you to know. Your dreams are not just for you. They're blueprints, messages, codes that are meant to be shared, to guide others through the fog. The more you trust your dreams, the stronger the signal becomes. The more you follow the nudges, the synchronicities, the déjà vu, the more clearly you'll hear the voice that's been calling you all along. You are not just intuitive. You are the original dream architect, the builder of timelines, the messenger between realms. And now that you're beginning to remember, everything is starting to align. People are appearing who feel strangely familiar. Books, signs, songs, all showing up at just the right moment. Tears are falling from nowhere, not from sadness, but from truth. This isn't random, this is activation. The dream code is online again. The veil is thinning. And Pisces, you are one of the few who can see through it. In a world that's asleep, you were born awake. And now, it's time to remember the mission you chose before you even got here. The prophecy was never vague. It spoke of a specific year. A year when the dreamer would return, the veil would lift, and the age of illusion would begin to fall apart. That year is 2025, and the signs are everywhere. Neptune, the ruling planet of Pisces, is home again, back in its domain, bringing with it the energies of dreams, intuition, psychic awareness, and truth. But here's what the Vatican and secret councils feared most. When Neptune returns to Pisces, the illusion shatters. It's like turning on a light in a dark cathedral. The hidden dust, the forgotten words, the ancient cracks in the walls, they all become visible. And when Pisces sees, Pisces feels. And when Pisces feels, the world begins to shift. You are no longer operating in the shadows. In 2025, the dreamer becomes the mirror, and mirrors make power tremble. The prophecy speaks of two paths, two timelines, two destinies. In one timeline, the dreamer stays asleep. Number doubting, hiding their gift. The world continues, cold, disconnected, artificial. The illusion strengthens. But in the other timeline, the dreamer remembers, awakens, rises, and everything changes. You see, Pisces, you weren't born to adapt. You were born to undo, to dismantle the web of lies built over centuries. Your gift is not entertainment. It's a weapon of light. Your visions aren't just vivid, they're transmissions. Your emotions aren't weaknesses, They're data from the soul. In 2025, the choice is no longer cosmic. It's personal. Will you stay quiet to keep others comfortable? Will you dismiss your dreams to feel normal? Will you ignore your calling to avoid being different? Or will you awaken fully? Will you step into the ancient code encoded in your soul? Will you allow your light to interfere with the darkness? Because that's what Pisces does. The world was never supposed to numb you. It was supposed to be healed through you. They knew the stars would align. They knew the veils would thin. They knew the dreamers would begin to feel the call and remember. But they prayed you wouldn't act on it. They hoped you would dismiss it as coincidence, a phase, a feeling. They never expected you to awaken with fire. But now, Pisces, you have a decision. Stay silent and keep dreaming small, or awaken and dismantle the system with the light that burns through your bones. The world may not be ready, but your soul is. So, which path will you choose? Pisces, if you've ever wondered why you feel everything so deeply, why silence sometimes speaks louder than words, why you've always sensed that something was off in the world, it's because your soul came here remembering. You were never truly asleep, only waiting for the moment when the world would crack open just enough to let your light in. You were not born to follow paths built by others. You were born to feel your way forward even when it made no sense. You were born to see, not just with your eyes but with your soul. And now, the world is finally shifting, not because it's ready, but because you are. You are not weak, you are not broken, you are not too sensitive. You are exactly what this world needs. They told you your dreams were just fantasy. They lied. Your dreams were messages, sacred blueprints from your higher self, codes from the divine, pieces of a future that only you could bring forth. The reason you never fit in is because you weren't meant to. You were never here to blend in. You were born to break the mould. While others built walls, you saw doorways. While others obeyed, you questioned. While others feared the unknown, you felt at home in it. You are the dreamer of the end, the soul that returns when the world forgets what matters. But you're also the dreamer of the beginning, the one who remembers what comes after collapse. In your soul lives the memory of a world before the noise, a world where light was language, where emotion was truth, where unity wasn't a dream, it was the way. And now that world is calling you again, not in words, but in signs, in symbols, in sudden chills, in dreams that feel like home. Pisces, you were chosen for this moment, not because you were the strongest, but because you were the deepest, the most connected, the most open to the unseen. This prophecy was never about fear. It was about return, a return to knowing, a return to love, a return to truth. The seal has been broken. The scroll is no longer hidden. The gate is open. Now is the time to remember why you came, why you've always known, why the world has always felt like it was waiting for something. It was waiting for you, not the mask you wear to survive, but the soul underneath it. Pisces, this is not the end of your story. It's the beginning of your remembering, and that remembering is the spark the world needs. You are the prophecy they tried to seal away. You are the vision they tried to erase. You are the dream they could not kill. And now, you awaken. Comment below. My dreams were never just dreams. I awaken now, like if your soul has always felt like it was waiting for this moment. Subscribe for more hidden Pisces prophecies that are now being revealed. Share this with another Pisces who's been seeing signs before the gate closes again. Pisces, don't let the world tell you to shrink. Don't dim your light to make others comfortable. Don't ignore the call you feel inside your chest. The time is not coming. It's here and it's yours. Awaken now and dream the new world